During the era of Karl-Luther-Strasse, storm clouds appeared on the political horizon. In 1927, a kind of civil war came over Austria. 90 persons died in Vienna under the rain of gunshots of the Minister of Justice. In spite of the bloody unrest, the production of the pianos went on undeterred. The same year, Bosendorfer was awarded the Grand Prix at the International Exposition of Music in Geneva. Then, the economic crisis during the 30s caused an acute break of the production. Between the years 1930 and 1934, the production sank from 219 to only 52 pianos per year in 1934. In 1931, the sons of Karl-Luther-Strasse, Alexander and Wolfgang, became partners of their father. In 1936, there was another international highlight for Bosendorfer. It was, you may not forget, between the two world wars. The British Broadcasting Corporation in London was looking for the best piano for the use for recordings. 19 firms, including Steinway, Bechstein, all the well-known names, put their instruments into an international competition, and Bosendorfer won the first prize for the Grand Model 275 and 225. So the BBC ordered for all British studios as piano equipment these models. In this year, the production grew again to 114 instruments, and even during the beginning of the Second World War, the production of 144 pianos in 1940 was rather high. In 1942, Karl-Luther-Strasse died, and both of his sons became responsible for the factory. In 1944, the yard in the Starnberggasse supplying the wood for the construction was destroyed by a bomb attack. The production was not higher than 31 pianos in 1945. The factory was hit by artillery fire, and after the end of the war, the piano wood was used as firewood. The overcoming technicians either had been prisoners far away from Austria as soldiers in the war, or had flown approaching the Russian front. After the World War, during the years 1950 and 1966, the production increased slowly, but at the top of 100 pianos per year. It was, as you know it, already the beginning of the so-called Wirtschaftswunder, thanks to the support of the US for the destroyed Europe. Bosendorfer pianos were shipped to the 5 continents, and the inimitable sound of Viennese musical culture was being heard throughout the world again. In 1953, the firm celebrated its 125th anniversary with a gala concert with the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra in the Golden Hall under the direction of Clemens Krauss. Soloist of the concert was Wilhelm Backhaus, who played Beethoven No. 5. On this occasion, Backhaus was made the first holder of the just created Bosendorfer ring, an award that was created to honor the world's greatest pianists and friends of Bosendorfer's. The holder of the ring is supposed to select his own successor during his lifetime. That's, I think, what Backhaus didn't. Sometimes history comes back to the roots. Although both Luther-Strasse brothers had children, a son named Michael and a daughter Beatrix, none of them, of the children, was willing to take over the responsibility for the factory. So Bosendorfer's was sold in 1966 to Kimball International in Jasper, Indiana, in the United States. Arnold Habich, president and owner of Kimball International, searched a long time for a high trade market company to use its technical know-how and tradition in piano building for a quality improvement of Kimball pianos, and he found it. During the time when Bosendorfer was in possession of Kimball, the production increased in the late 80s of the last century to around 900 pianos, also due to the fact that in Vienna the factory was operated by a new young managing team whose members could work on fully independency from Kimball. Naturally, parts of the technicians and piano makers belonged to the old Bosendorfer cast, but in the person of the managing director, Dr. Roland Rädler, and with the financial help of Kimball, the combination of tradition in piano making and modern management in selling them, Bosendorfer could increase from year to year. The factory in Vienna became too small, and in 1973, the factory, an old factory for making furniture in Wiener Neustadt, was bought. In 1975, the production reached, for the first time after the war, the number of 515 grams. The quality of the instruments was recognized by a growing number of young pianists who found out that no other piano than the Bosendorfer offers the possibility for a richness of personal expression. 3 big competitions at that time were won on a Bosendorfer in the year 1977, Van Cliburn, Munich and Bolzano. In 1978, Bosendorfer celebrated its 105th anniversary, again with a concert of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra in the Golden Hall of the Musikverein. Paul Badura Skoda was granted the Bosendorfer ring. It is still in his possession until today. Gerhard Opitz, the winner of the Tel Aviv competition of this year, was presented the first time to the Viennese audience, and Jörg Demus, Walter Klien and Alexander Jenner played recitals in the Bramsaal in honor of Bosendorfers. In 1983, the new Bosendorfer Hall, this hall we are just in now, was opened in the Graf Starnberggasse. In 1986, the Bosendorfer Imperial SE, the predecessor of the today's Zeus, a revolution as a computer piano, was presented at the occasion of the Salzburg Festival. And in 1990, the architect Hans Hollein created his special model of a Bosendorfer 225. The firm continued with this model the tradition in asking architects to design models, as it was done by Jürgen Felsenstein in 1958 for the World Exhibition in Brussels. You can see this model in the Harvey foyer. It is the blue one. By others like Theophil Hansen, Hans Mackart or Josef Hoffmann. Their instruments are standing now in the Museum for Ancient Instruments in the Hofburg in Vienna. Well, the news history of ours you all know yourselves. At the end of 2001, Bosendorfer was sold by Kimball International to the BAWAG DSK Group. This bank brought Bosendorfer's back into Austrian position, but only for a rather short time, compared to the long years before. And in January 2008, after 180 years of existing, Yamaha took over the traditional and most prestigious piano manufacturer as a Viennese institution of culture, history and part of Austrian identity. We long and look for a successful and happy common future. So the Bosendorfer was and is until today, for many great artists like Leonard Bernstein, Andras Schiff, he possesses personally 3 imperial brands. Paul Badura Skoda, he has 2. José Carreras, Placido Domingo, Oscar Peterson, Andre Previn, Tori Amos, Axel of piano manufacturing in Austria, and a sign of European culture in music. I thank you. Also the realization of the Viennese sound, and the only representative over 180